Should AEW bring back Andrade? How are we here again? How are we here again so soon after he returned to the WWE? It hasn't even been 2 years since he returned to WWE. And we are here again with somebody that I think a lot of us can see the potential in. But he's 35 now. And you kind of think like his opportunities at that top level have come. They've happened already. And will he get another go? Should AEW bring him back? Because as we found out towards the back end of last week, WWE have released Andrade from the company. Now, there was some talk as to what was behind the release. Was it disciplinary stuff? Disciplinary stuff pertaining to his attitude? Disciplinary stuff pertaining to a wellness violation? Let me read you guys something. John Albert of Sports Illustrated reports that Andrade had at least one wellness violation during his most recent WWE run. Albert wrote, "It is not known how exactly he was in violation of the policy or whether or not he is in fact tested positive for a banned substance. WWE can suspend talent for failing to produce a test. It is also not clear if it directly led to his release, but it was noted that he was suspended without pay as of a result of it." Andrade was previously suspended for a wellness violation during his first WWE run in 2020 as well. So he's got previous, apparently, allegedly. We haven't seen Andrade since the SummerSlam ladder match, tag team ladder match. He was obviously tagging with Rey Fenix. And you know what? I haven't kind of thought of either Rey Fenix or Andrade for the last few weeks. And when Rey Fenix answered the Sami Zayn Open Challenge, I thought about Andrade. And I was like, where have these guys been? Where is Andrade? Why is Rey Fenix now on a singles title pursuit? I literally was watching that segment and it crossed my mind. And I just didn't think it was going to end like this. I didn't think that at all. But here we are. Now, how have WWE got Andrade so wrong? Look, Andrade, we have learnt his strengths, his weaknesses as far back as 2016, 2017, NXT. We got this guy to become the NXT World Champion after starting floundering as well. Listen, in ring, no one doubts Andrade. One of the best, right? But it's the packaging and everything around it, man. It's the, can we make this guy feel like a superstar, like a big deal? And it took in NXT the pairing of him and Zelina Vega to get us there. To get us to such a fantastic place where, you know, they toppled, was it Aleister Black for the NXT Championship? Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments. He had that fantastic match with Johnny Gargano as well. Like, we know what worked. And then we brought him up to the main roster. This is what, 2018 now. And it flopped. And as you've just found out, there was a wellness violation back then in 2020. He left the company. He went to AEW. AEW looked to kind of replicate that with pairing him with Vicky Guerrero, who it didn't work, obviously. But I mean, I think Vicky Guerrero was the wrong kind of manager, valet, Spanish translator for him. Like, Andrade is a young man. He's a handsome guy. He's a hip guy. You see what I mean? Like, to go and put a dated, should I say respectfully, a dated Vicky Guerrero next to him didn't really work. Had issues in that company as well. Had issues in AEW. Came back to WWE in 2024, Royal Rumble, right? And just didn't really see much of anything. Poor packaging. The music was awful. I remember saying on a show that, you know, his music hits and no one does anything. But when they're seeing him wrestle, after his music hits, they're going crazy. The packaging is incorrect. His music stinks. And then, you know, they had him and Carmelo Hayes best of 7 series or whatever. Good stuff between the two of them, which led to nothing. I remember Andrade being pinned by Shinsuke Nakamura on the week of Shinsuke Nakamura being repackaged and going to face LA Knight, I want to say, for the US title. You're pinning Andrade. I said, nah. I said, firstly, Shinsuke is definitely going to win, and he did go on and win. But to pin Andrade for that spot, come on. Shinsuke Nakamura, his ran stank as US champion. So it's like, you had an opportunity to do something because you're willing to at least move that belt around. Give Andrade the US title. You gave Zelina Vega the Women's United States Championship. You could have paired them together again. They both could have been United States champions together. I just, the creative here. Now, he's unhappy, and by, reading all the stuff that's coming out, it's a wellness policy violation. But I think it's just one of them ones where sometimes WWE have to take accountability for this as well. You brought a man back and there's no booking, there's no plan. There is no plan at all. And I'm not excusing Andrade, but then people start maybe doing other stuff. They lose interest, or maybe if he is taking anything, allegedly, it's to get himself more noticed. You don't know. Like, he might feel like I might need to be a bigger guy, a leaner guy, or whatever the case is, to get the eye of these people, to get my opportunity. I don't know, and I'm not making excuses for him, but if you keep people in the know, you keep people, at the forefront of your creative, have plans for people, they stay on the straight and narrow because they don't want to mess up their push. Some people have still, historically messed up their push. We know this, but I just can't allow the blame to all fall on Andrade in this case. WWE have to be accountable, especially when Triple H is the man that was behind, the whole pairing of Zelina and Andrade. Not to say it was him, it was his choice that done it in NXT, but he was behind creative in NXT. He knows it works. Andrade is his guy. Andrade probably returns to WWE from AEW because Triple H is at the helm. Now look. But moving on, he's a free agent. Should AEW pick him back up again? Listen, there was a lot with him going to AEW that went wrong. I mentioned the Vicky Guerrero stuff. He had a whole fight with Sammy Guevara. Probably squashed now. He probably had some issues with other people backstage. He was part of this brigade of people that it's like, I probably don't really want to work here, but it's work. And AEW have done a really good job of flushing those guys out or converting them to be proud of this company that they're working for. So do they potentially want to go and pick up someone now again that may not be the most easy to work with and, maybe doesn't want to be here, wouldn't be here unless his situation that he's currently in? I don't know if AEW want to kind of ruin the harmony and, do something like that. At the same time, from a positive point of view, there is still a lot of opportunity. Andrade is still a fantastic wrestler. Andrade just needs a mouthpiece. And I hate to bring it back to the whole, the guy doesn't speak English kind of stuff, because we see Penta. Penta speaks, probably as good English as Andrade does, but it's charisma, it's packaging that Penta is cutting through on, Andrade needs something. He needs a manager, a business partner, business associate, packaging, better music. He needs the works around him to succeed on, American TV. CMLL will always be there for him. Easy. I would love to see him kind of challenge himself. If it's a dual contract like Hechicero and he's on CMLL and he's on AEW, let's do it. So he can kind of re-acclimatize himself and get comfortable. Maybe use CMLL to build himself up. AEW at a time where there's no Swerve Strickland. There is no Will Ospreay. Carl Fletcher has had to ascend to the world title picture just because we have to produce a challenger for Hangman Adam Page, because what other plans they had, hasn't materialized yet around booking. There is space currently for Andrade to go there with a good attitude and flourish. Good attitude being key for Andrade. I want to see him win, man. The guy is phenomenal. Like, I've been a fan of him since I've seen him turn up on New Japan. When it was 2013, 2014, maybe a bit before that. Like, La Sombra, but Under the Mask. I love it all. Like, so I think it's key for him to get back on track, man. We are at last chance saloon for Andrade, I fear, you know. This is it. This is it. Like, it's easy for him to go back to Mexico now and just cut through in a nice little career. But if he wants to challenge himself in one of the big boys, one of the majors, this is last chance saloon now. So AEW should take him back if they have plans for him. If they've got plans for him and they know who his manager's going to be, they know where they're going to fit him in, they know what they're going to do with him, they know what he's booking for the next, 6 to 12 months is going to look like, take him back. Immense talent. Where the best wrestle, Andrade should be there. But if we ain't got plans for him, if you don't want to rock the boat, if you don't want to take a risk, understandably, on someone that, you maybe had a tough time with first time round, leave it alone. Leave it alone. But yeah, you guys let me know down below in the comments, should AEW re-sign Andrade? Would you like to see that? Let me know down below in the comments, man. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name's Mex. I make videos on WWE and AEW. So if that sounds like something for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, so you get notified every single time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.